Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Troy Wyman. We're here for what should be an exciting day of softball. It is the USA South Championship Series, Games 1 and 2. Game 3 will be tomorrow if necessary. But first, we've got a couple games here that should be pretty exciting between a pair of unlikely opponents. When you thought about the tournament at the beginning of last week, you wouldn't have thought that we would get the Wesleyan Wolves and the Piedmont Lions, but here we are. Wesleyan, the 5th seed out of the West Division. They had to win the play-in game just to get into the 8-team field, but once they did, they rattled off 3 more wins over in the Pfeiffer bracket to advance here to the championship series, looking to steal away an automatic bid in next week's NCAA tournament. On the other side, it's the Piedmont Lady Lions, the top seed from the West. They're 15-1 in conference play. No surprise to see them here looking to win a second straight conference championship. We'll give you the lineup here for Wesleyan. Leading off, it's Marilyn Neesmith in center, Savannah Pollock in right, and Bailey Caldwell, the shortstop, will bat third. J.J. Wright, Tiana Zupanik, and Janae Rookard play first base, third base, and left, respectively. Sabrina Bowen, the DP, Presley Edwards, the catcher, and Jasmine Staley will bat ninth and play second base. They'll all line up here against Piedmont starter Emma Mcbreyer. The typical Game 1 starter delivers the first pitch. It's a little bit low, and we're underway here from the Walker Athletic Complex in Demorest, GA. First pitch was at 12:55, starting a little bit early. 65 degrees, unseasonably cool here in North Georgia. Some overcast skies. Mcbreyer's 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. It's her first strike of the day, and it's 1-1. Wesleyan, they're the visitors in this one, wearing all gray uniforms, sort of a darker gray, against Piedmont in the all black. Mcbreyer sets, delivers the 1-1, and it's a little bit low. This is work behind 2-1 now to Neesmith. The 2-1 also a little bit low. Tight strike zone here to start the game from the home plate umpire. Mcbreyer hasn't missed by much, but she's right around the zone here to Neesmith. Neesmith batting .389 so far this postseason. 7 hits in her 18 at-bats. She's been a key part of this Wesleyan run, but she swings over the top of that off-speed pitch, and it runs the count full for the first time today. Mentioned it before, Wesleyan unlikely run here, looking to complete a Cinderella run in the championship series. As Neesmith fouls that one off her front foot. That one looked like it hurt. Neesmith going to gather herself up. She'll be okay. Probably not going to come out of a championship series game for anything that's not too serious. Mcbreyer sets, delivers, and it's in there for a strike. Strikeout looking for Emma Mcbreyer to start this contest. That was a good piece of pitching by her. Fell behind 3-1 early, but didn't get down and battled back for a strikeout to start this game. The defense behind Mcbreyer, she's throwing to Madison Henry behind the plate. As the first pitch here to Savannah Pollock is low, but Henry behind the plate. On the infield, it's Isley at third, Drew Graham at short. On the right side, Partlow is at second, Kara Taylor at first. Left to right in the outfield is Hannah Smith, Rebecca Stegmeyer in center, and Taylor Buckner in right. As the 1-0 again, that one's in there for a strike on the outer third, and it's 1-1 now to Savannah Pollock. Pollock having herself a good postseason as well, batting .375. She got 6 hits. 2 of them are doubles, a pair of RBIs. Batting from the left side, she takes that one inside, and it's 2-1 again. Second time Mcbreyer's fallen behind a batter, in as many at-bats. That one's going to tail out of the zone as well. So Mcbreyer, she got a strikeout already, but she's not getting ahead of her batters like she probably would prefer to. Sets, delivers the 3-1. It's grounded foul, so she's going to work back to a full count yet again. Emma Mcbreyer, she's had a really great season, as both pitchers have for Piedmont, with Martina Malik and her making up a pretty good 1-2 combo. Mcbreyer's 14-2 on the season with a 3.28 ERA. She's a second-team All-Conference West Division selection in her sophomore season. The full count pitch, it's hit out toward left field, and it's down for a base hit. Hannah Smith will gather it in and set it in towards second, but it's the first hit of the game. That's for Savannah Pollock. Gets Wesleyan moving to start this top of the first inning, and it brings up the shortstop Bailey Caldwell. Caldwell, a sophomore infielder, batting .200 in this tournament so far in her 5 games. 3 hits, one of them's a double. So look for her some gap-to-gap power. Batting third, obviously. And the first pitch to her from Mcbreyer is in there for a strike. First time Mcbreyer's started out a hitter with a favorable count. The 0-1 runs a little bit low. Henry takes a peek over towards first, but it doesn't look like Pollock's going anywhere. Winds are blowing a little bit in. You can see the flag out in left center field, blowing right towards home plate. So probably want to keep the ball low if you can. That one's grounded out towards second. Taylor and Parlow don't know who's going to make the play, and neither of them do. Taylor got caught sort of in no man's land of, do I field the ball or do I retreat back to first and field the throw? And that hesitation cost him. It's going to be an infield single for Caldwell. That puts 2 runners on there for Wesleyan. That's not going to go down as an error, but it's a costly mistake for Piedmont on a ball not hit very well at all that you'd like to have an out on. And instead it leads to 2 runners on base for J.J. Wright, the first baseman. So now Mcbreyer's got to work around a little bit of trouble. Her first pitch to Wright is low and in. It'll be a ball. Wright's got a pair of RBIs and 5 hits so far this postseason, helping Wesleyan make this run as she'll take the 1-0 just a little bit low and away, and it now goes to 2-0. I said at the top of the broadcast, unlikely. I'm not trying to disrespect Wesleyan. They've gotten hot at the right time. They've got some really good pitching, and they're playing their best softball when it matters the most. So they're a very formidable opponent for anybody that they face right now, including Piedmont, as that one's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. I wouldn't thought that Wesleyan would be here, but I'm not surprised too much by the way that they've been playing softball recently, as that one's grounded towards Taylor at first. She'll step on the bag for 1. Decides not to make the throw over to third. Probably the smart decision, but it's a very important second out for Mcbreyer and the Lady Lions defense. That one goes down as a 3U in your scorecard, if you're doing that type of thing. I am. Helps me keep track of the game as I make the calls. So Mcbreyer's got a chance here to get out of the first inning without any damage, despite a couple runners in scoring position. She starts Tiana Zupanik with a strike. Zupanik might be the tournament MVP if Wesleyan comes away with a victory here in this championship series. She's been playing really great softball here in the postseason. The 0-1 to her. It's just a little bit low, and it runs the count even at 1-1. Again, if you're just joining us, we're just getting started here in Game 1 of the championship series for the USA South softball tournament. Top of the first. No runs, 2 runners on, though, for Wesleyan. Emma Mcbreyer misses just outside for a ball. 2-1 count to Tiana Zupanik. 7 hits in this postseason. She's batting .438, 5 RBIs, so a very dangerous hitter, probably the best hitter in the lineup for Wesleyan. She's ready for the 2-1, and she takes it a little bit low. 3-1 now to Zupanik. Probably not the worst situation for Mcbreyer. You don't want to give her anything to hit with a pair of runners. Anything that gets through the infield and is down safely will plate 2 runs. The 3-1, it misses just outside, and it will be a walk. Again, really not the worst situation there for her. Loads the bases, gives you a force at every base.
Now batting the left fielder, Janae Rooker.
The left fielder, Janae Rooker, now comes up. She's got a chance to open this game up in a big way for the Wolves. 3 runners on, 2 outs. Mcbreyer trying to work out of an early jam for the Lady Lions. She sets, delivers the first pitch, and it's a little bit high. Mcbreyer hasn't quite really found a rhythm. She got an early strikeout, but she was behind in the count to Neesmith to start that at bat. Not quite cause for concern yet, but she hasn't quite found the zone. There, I jinxed her. That one's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Real important moment here early in this game. Game 1 of 2 today is the 1-1 delivers, and it's at the lower part of the zone, right at the knees for a strike. Nice pitch there by Mcbreyer, and she's 1 pitch away now from getting out of an early bases-loaded jam. A little pep talk from Caitlin Isley, the third baseman, trying to cheer on her sophomore pitcher for the Lady Lions. The 1-2 Just missed. I was getting ready to come out of my seat there. I thought Mcbreyer had it. Deuces are wild. Shout out Brett Loftus, our most recent grad, the former voice of the Lions. Hope he's listening and having a good time as the 2-2 is just a little bit low. Big moment coming up. It's a full count now to Janae Ruckert. Emma Mcbreyer with 3 runners on. Trying to get out of a jam. The full count pitch swung on, hit out towards second. Partlow gobbles it up, throws over to first, and it's in time. Good work there by Emma Mcbreyer to work around some early trouble.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors.
No runs for the Wolves. Piedmont coming up in the bottom half. Welcome back to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. It's USA South Championship Series between the Wesleyan Wolves and the Piedmont Lady Lions. Emma Mcbreyer worked around an early jam in the top of the first, so it brings up Piedmont's first attempt at the plate. Player of the Year Rebecca Stegmeyer will lead the Lady Lions off, followed by Isley at third and Kara Taylor at first. Madison Henry, she's catching today, batting fourth, and Mcbreyer is batting fifth and pitching. The DP, Hannah Morgan, batting sixth, followed by Smith, Buckner, and Drew Graham, the 7-8-9 hitters in the Piedmont lineup. They'll face Wesleyan starter Kimmy Dick, one of the best pitchers this season in the USA South, the second team West Division selection, and she's been the driving force of this Cinderella run for the Wolves. She settles in, her first pitch is on the way. Stegmeyer squares to bunt, pulls it back, but it's in there for a strike. Dick, she's pitching to Presley Edwards behind the plate. Her defense behind her has Zupanik at third, Bailey Caldwell at short, Jasmine Staley, the second baseman, and J.J. Wright over at first. Janae Ruckert, Marilyn Neesmith, and Savannah Pollock go left to right in the outfield. As Dick's 0-1 pitch is an off-speed pitch, and it bounces in the dirt for a ball. The Wolves again wearing all gray uniforms, sort of a darker gray, reminiscent of those Arizona Diamondback ones from a handful of years ago that are a little darker than normal. Highlighted with some purple, though, is the 1-1's lofted out towards left field, but it's going to go foul off the dugout. Purple socks, purple numbering with some white stripes on the sleeves for Wesleyan. Sharp-looking uniforms for the team out of Macon. Piedmont, they're wearing the all-black with some green accent, black stirrups and white socks to boot. Stegmeyer is ready for the 1-2, and it's inside. Goes to 2-2. Stegmeyer, the player of the year in the USA South. What a season she has had. The senior center fielder leads off every game she plays. Just a spectacular season. Batting .442, leads this team easily for all the regular starters. Readies for the 2-2, hits it right back toward the mound, and Kimmy Dick fields it over to first. And that's an important first out for the Wolves defense.
Now batting the third baseman, Caitlin Isley.
Yeah, you don't want to let Stegmeyer reach. She's one of the most prolific base stealers in Division III, 38 for 40 on the season. Could very well win the NFCA Golden Spikes Award. I would not be shocked by that in the slightest. But with one away now, that brings up Caitlin Isley, the Piedmont third baseman. Boy, they're happy to have her back about midway through the year when she returned from injury. Everything sort of changed for the offense once she got put back in the lineup. It's her first pitch she sees is swung out toward right center field. Two outfielders giving chase. Neither come up with it. It's off the glove of Pollock in right. Not sure how that's going to be ruled. A tough play, both on the run, about to run into each other. But either way, Isley hit that one well, took advantage of the first pitch she saw, and she'll stand on second. It will go down as a hit for Isley. I think that's the right call. Tough play no matter how you slice it for Savannah Pollock and Wright and Marilyn Neesmith in center. I was a little worried they were going to run into each other. But neither come out worse for the wear. And now the red-hot Kara Taylor. She's an all-conference first-team selection at first base. She's been playing her best softball of the season down the stretch. 44 RBIs, leads the team, as well as her 7 home runs. But she squares to bunt here, pulls it back. Isley going to third. She's in there ahead of the throw, and it's an early stolen base for the Piedmont Lions. Not something that we're not accustomed to seeing. We see Terry Martin. He's even smiling down there at third base. This is what they do. They run. They put pressure on defenses and make them make throws. So Isley with the stolen base early in this game. Now she's 60 feet away from putting the Lions ahead in this one. 0-1 count to Kara Taylor, the Piedmont first baseman. She's ready for the pitch from Dick, and it's low and inside for a ball. Mentioned Kara Taylor again. 369 average. Just slugging .631. Her numbers are just spectacular. She's played so well down the stretch. A lot of extra base hits, a lot of RBIs. She's coming through in the big moments when they need her. She's ready for a 2-0 here. Swung on, and it's going to be fouled up and out of play. Good cut, though. I think she just missed that one. She didn't get cheated on the 2-0, that's for sure. She was ready to swing and put one out into a gap. Not just put contact on it, but hit it hard. Now the 2-1. Dick sets, delivers, swung on and missed. A nice pitch up at the eyes. Kara Taylor could not lay off. That's a tough one to lay off. It looks so good up in the eyes. You can see it so well. But even if you do hit it, you're probably hitting it a mile in the air and not doing much damage. Now I have a conference here. Not sure what this could be about. Brady Tigert, head coach for Wesleyan's, got a question for the home plate umpire. I don't know what it's about. Maybe the count. The count's correct as far as I'm aware. 2-2, that's what we had on the board. That's what our live stats has, so I don't think that was the case, but either way, we're ready to go now. Isley at third. The 2-2 pitch is coming to Kara Taylor. She fouls it straight back off the plexiglass. She just missed that one. I think she's seeing it well. She's just fouled off a few pitches, hasn't quite connected yet. 44 RBIs on the season, trying to add a 45th here and give Piedmont an early 1-0 lead. Dick's got her sign, her wind up, the pitch swung on again, fouled straight back off the press box. This is a good at-bat, a good battle between these two of the best players in the USA South at their respective positions. Dick looks to the dugout to get her sign, looks down at the wristband. She knows what she wants. The pitch. It's a changeup that time, but it bounces, and it'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning in Demorest, Georgia. Piedmont trying to get an early lead on the Wesleyan Wolves. Isley, she doubled and then stole third with 1 out. She's at third. Taylor at the plate. The 3-2. Swung on, fouled down the right field line. This has been a really good at-bat. We're up to at least 7 or 8 pitches now, I believe. I don't have the exact count, but it's been a good battle. 4 or 5 foul balls here for Kara Taylor in this plate appearance against Kimmy Dick. And it's a pivotal at-bat with a runner on third early in this one. We'll do the full count again, and it's on the way. Hit high out toward right field. It's not going to get over the head of Pollock, but she makes the catch, throw in, and it's deep enough to score Isley. And Piedmont takes an early 1-0 lead. Kara Taylor with the sacrifice fly, her 45th RBI of the season, as Isley comes in to score. And stolen bases working again to Piedmont's advantage. She stole third and then comes home on a sac fly. And now with 2 away, The catcher, Madison Henry, comes up trying to keep the inning alive for the Lady Lions. Kimmy Dick has her sign. She delivers the first pitch. Henry hits it a mile in the air. I think it's going to come out of play. And it does, up over our press box here at the Walker Athletic Complex. A 1-0 lead for Piedmont. Boy, that's a big change in momentum. Remember, just in the top of the first inning, Wesleyan loaded the bases against Emma Mcbreyer, came away empty-handed. And now the only base runner to reach so far for Piedmont has come home, so they're taking advantage of their opportunities as Henry fouls one away and it's 0-2. The 0-2 on the way, and it's outside for a ball, sort of a waste pitch there for Wesleyan. I think that's where the catcher, Presley Edwards, wanted it. They didn't want it over the plate for Madison Henry. Don't want to give her anything too good to hit, no matter the situation. She's got plenty of gap-to-gap power. But here's the 1-2. It's up and out of the zone for a ball. Deuces wild for the second time in just the first inning. We're off to a blazing start without Brett Loftus in the press box on our Deuces Wilds. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, the pitch. And it's going to hit her. Runs inside. Dick definitely didn't get a good grip on that one and pushed it inside to Henry, and she'll take her base down to first.
Now batting the pitcher, Emma Mcbreyer.
Only the fourth time this season that Madison Henry's been hit by a pitch. Only Caitlin Isley has more. She's been hit by 5 on the season. But now here's Emma Mcbreyer, the Piedmont starter, bats 5th here again today as normal. Looking to help herself out. After she got out of an early jam in the circle, now maybe she can get another run on the board for the offense as she just missed that one. Fouled it straight back into the fencing here, and it's 0-1. Mcbreyer, we mentioned, she's a second-team all-conference pitcher. In my opinion, she's a first-team all-conference type player, though, with what she does both in the batter's box and in the circle. One of the best two-way players in the conference. She's ready for the 0-1 and swings through that one that ran in on her hands. A really nice pitch there from Dick. Really not much you can do with that. It looks good over the plate to start and then starts running in, sort of a tailing fastball. So Dick quickly ahead, 0-2. She's ready for it. Delivers, and it's hit high out toward right field. Savannah Pollock is camped under it, and she'll make the play. Piedmont scores 1 in an early 1-0 lead as we head to the second. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
Off for the Wolves in the second, the DP, Sabrina.
7, 8, and 9 due up in the top of the second inning for the Wesleyan Wolves. The DP, Sabrina Bowen, will lead them off. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. I'm Troy Wyman here for the USA South Softball Conference Championship Series. It's Piedmont versus Wesleyan. The Lady Lions have an early 1-0 lead after 1 in our first game here as Emma Mcbreyer delivers the first pitch to Bowen high for a ball. If you missed the first inning, Wesleyan loaded the bases with 2 outs but came away empty-handed as Mcbreyer worked around a jam. So they did a pretty good job getting the game started. They threatened. They just couldn't push a run across, left 3 on. So it's a good momentum boost for Piedmont. Then they went and took their turn to hit. Isley doubled with 1 out, stole third, and then scored on a sac fly. And that's where we stand now at 1-0 as Mcbreyer's 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. These two West Division opponents are plenty familiar with each other. They played a series earlier this season. As this one's grounded out towards short, but Isley, the third baseman, cuts it off and makes the throw over to first for an easy play for her. First out of the inning. But as I was saying, Wesleyan and Piedmont, they played here on March 30th. Piedmont came away with a pair of victories, 7-2 and 3-0. Pair of pretty good games. Catcher Presley Edwards digs in now for her first plate appearance, and she takes a first pitch strike. The series history with these two teams, the numbers never lie. They are what they are, but they don't always tell the full story. Piedmont leads the all-time series 41-3, and they've won 25 of their last 26 matchups. But each of the last 4 games has been pretty competitive, as the 0-1 is swung over by Presley and it's 0-2. Last year in Macon, Kimmy Dick got a win in Game 1. She shut out the Lions 5-0, a very similar lineup to what we see here, too, from the 2 seasons. And then Piedmont got a win in Game 2, 1-0. So Martina Malik came back and shut out the Wolves in that one. That was last season. So their last 4 matchups have all been very close. This championship series could honestly go either way, even though the all-time series would suggest it would be in favor of Piedmont, as Mcbreyer's missed each of her last 2 pitches high and away, not happy with herself. And the count's now 2-2 with 1 away to Presley Edwards. Edwards still looking for her first hit of the postseason. She's 0 for 12 and fouls that one right off the plate to stay alive. Oh for 12 so far in the postseason, a .247 hitter overall this season. 5 doubles and a homer, so she's got some power when she can connect. The 2-2 runs high and away for a ball. Another full count. Mcbreyer's thrown a lot of pitches early on in this game. She's only gotten 4 outs, facing her 8th hitter. And she's fallen behind hitters a lot. It's something she doesn't normally do. She and Martina Malik both like to pitch to contact and throw strikes and let their defense do their job. That one's grounded out towards short. Graham, diving play, can't make it. It's off her glove, and Presley Edwards does have her first hit of the USA South tournament.
Now batting the second baseman, Jasmine Staley.
Tough play for Graham. Not really much she can do on that one. Hit up the middle, got to make a play. Even if she does glove it, might have to make a quick play. Pinch runner now for the Wolves. It's number 4. It's Caitlin Bennett is going to run for Edwards. Mcbreyer's first pitch there to Jasmine Staley is in there for a strike. Jasmine Staley, she's played about as well as anybody on this Wesleyan team this postseason. She's batting .333, 5 hits. She's played a really solid second base as well. She takes that one for a strike, though, and it's 0-2. She's fallen behind pretty quickly. Again, Staley, the 9-hole hitter, then the top of the order, Neesmith. She waits on deck with 1 away and a runner at first for the Wolves. Mcbreyer's 0-2 is high and away. Henry takes a peek, but no play to be made on a back pick attempt at first. Mcbreyer gets her sign, delivers a 1-2, and it's fouled down the third base line by Staley. Winds are whipping out in left center field again. The American flag is always a good indication of what the field conditions are like. It looks like it's blowing Across the field toward the first base dugout as this one is grounded foul again, and we'll do another 1-2. Sort of an overcast skies today. I believe it was 68 degrees at the time of first pitch. Not something we were expecting. We had thought we had just hit the turn of, okay, the winter's officially done. We're done with some cold. We're done with some wind, and we're going to get some summer weather, but maybe not quite. This one's grounded to Isley. She'll go to second for one. The turn is thrown wide. It wouldn't have been in time anyway from Partlow. So they'll get the lead runner, Bennett, but that's all they'll get, and they're 2 away. Top of the order now, Marilyn Neesmith. She takes the first pitch away for a ball. The Wesleyan center fielder. She struck out looking her first time up against Mcbreyer. She bats here again in the second inning with 2 away. As the 1-0 in there for a strike. Thought it was a little bit high, but I was wrong. Nice pitch there by Mcbreyer. She's starting to settle in a little bit. That one, ooh, nice changeup. Really nice job, though, by Neesmith to even foul that one off. Yeah, only in the second inning here. Mcbreyer upwards of 50 pitches already. So keep an eye on that, on her pitch count as this game goes. Piedmont, they've gotten very used to Mcbreyer game 1 and Martina Mallett game 2. And that's usually about all they do. They don't go to the bullpen very often. Faith Vento, the only available arm other than those two, and she pitches late in games often. Deuces are wild yet again. Thank you, Michael Thomason, for pointing that out. 3 of them already. We got 1 per half inning. Lined out toward left center field. That's down for a base hit, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Jasmine Staley's going to score from first. Maybe there's a throw, maybe coming to third, and it's late. And now it hits off of Neesmith. She's going to come home. And that's 2 runs for Wesleyan on a weird play. An unfortunate bounce there for the Lady Lions. And Wesleyan takes a 2-1 lead here in the top of the first. So give Neesmith a triple, an RBI triple. Then she comes home on what I guess has to be an E6 for Drew Graham. She hesitated the throw, and it was on line, but once it was late, it hit off of Neesmith as she stood in at third and then bounced far enough away from Isley that allowed her to score. It's a tough error to give, but it's really the only option the scorers have. So it's an RBI triple for Neesmith as Terry Martin takes a mountain visit out, talk to the defense, saddle everybody down. So now there's 2 away, bases are empty now, and Mcbreyer's first pitch to Savannah Pollock is in there for a strike. Pollock singled her first time up, got all the way to third, but was ultimately stranded. Mcbreyer's 0-1, had some zip on it. It was in there for a strike on the inner half, and it's 0-2. She brought that one in there pretty hard. A little bit of frustration maybe that the sophomore pitcher's letting out with how that last play developed. The 0-2, changeup right back to her. Underhand over to first. And Mcbreyer gets out of the inning. The Wolves, though, they tack on 2. They take a 2-1 lead as Piedmont looking to come up in the bottom of the second. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
for the Lions, the DP, number 36, Hannah Morgan.
Hannah Morgan set to lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Lady Lions. Piedmont trails 2-1 here in Game 1 of this USA South Championship Series. The Wolves just put up 2 runs there in the top of the second. And Piedmont now looking to answer the first pitch to H-Mo, and she tried to check her swing, couldn't do it. And it'll be 0-1. Morgan, she's played well this season. She splits a lot of time with Madison Henry behind the plate. The two usually hit DP, alternating. Batting .295 total on the season. She waits the 0-1. It's a changeup. Nice pitch. It's in there for a strike from Wesleyan starter Kimmy Dick. Morgan batting .444 this postseason. 4 hits in her 9 at-bats. 2 of them are doubles with a pair of RBIs. But she's down 0-2 here, and it's on the way outside for a ball. Dick's done that a few times. She gets ahead. She's getting ahead of her batters better than Mcbreyer has for Piedmont, and gives her a little bit more freedom with what she wants to do. Any waste pitches she wants to throw, she's done that a handful of times. Just fastballs on the outer half of the plate and see if she can get some swings and misses. She's ready for the 1-2. It's in there for a strike. Swinging is Morgan. Couldn't stay alive, and it's the first strikeout of the day for Dick.
Now batting the left fielder, Hannah Smith.
And it brings up the left fielder, Hannah Smith. Hannah Smith, a second-team All-Conference West Division selection a season ago. She's moved around the diamond a lot this year, moved around the batting order a lot, trying to be a valuable spot to this team any way she can. She swings at that one. Her slap hitting style running out of the box, but it goes foul. Playing left field today is Hannah Smith, batting .269 on the season. 1 for 4 in her few chances this postseason. Trying to get something started here for Piedmont as they face a 2-1 deficit in this one. The 0-1 in there for a strike on the upper part of the zone. Kimmy Dick once again an 0-2 count to her second straight hitter. Checks her sign, gets her grip, delivers the 0-2. And again, just a little bit outside. Hopefully the Lions in the dugout, they're paying attention to that. If you're 0-2, it seems like Kimmy Dick's strategy is throw something off the plate and to get a swing and miss. She's not coming at you with anything over the plate or in the zone. She's going to try to make you swing at one out of the zone. Is that one a rise ball? Rose a little bit too much. Smith able to lay off of it and even the count back up at 2-2. Zupanik, the third baseman, playing in quite a bit, anticipating a soft hit ball, the slap style from Smith. The 2-2, low and away. Runs the count full. Nice at bat here by Hannah Smith after falling behind 0-2. The full count pitch fouled over the Piedmont dugout, and we'll do it again. Really nice crowd here today from both sides. Wesleyan's fans down the first base line made the trip from Macon or wherever they come from. Really nice crowd. Some fans up on the hill as well, as we're accustomed to seeing here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Some even posted up at Loudermilk Field, our baseball complex out over the right field fence. Taking in all the action as the full count pitch is low, and Hannah Smith draws herself a walk in a really nice at-bat after being down 0-2 to start it.
Now batting the right fielder, Taylor Buckner. That's a very good song choice.
Buckner comes in now for her first at-bat with a runner on. The Piedmont right fielder batting 8th. She's started to play a lot more here as the season's gone on. She swings at that one, actually fouled it straight back, and it's 0-1. Yeah, Piedmont went through a stretch early in this season, especially when Caitlin Isley was out with an injury. A lot of mixing and mashing with the lineup. You know, a lot of young faces trying to figure out who needs to play where, you know, who to play in the outfield, especially in that right field position. And Buckner has found a way to hang on to that one as she takes one in for a ball, and it's 1-1. Yeah, we've seen Kennedy Votava in left. We've seen Buckner and Hartley Nerva in right. We've seen Hannah Smith play left. We've seen Lexi Chitwood in left. We even saw Emma Mcbreyer out in the outfield at one point this year. It was a revolving door for a while, but Buckner has held down the right field spot as of late, swinging through that off-speed pitch to make it a 1-2 count. Buckner's 1 for 5 in the postseason so far. She awaits the 1-2 from Kimmy Dick. Swings through it in a slap style, running out of the box, but it's a strikeout. The second of the inning for the Wesleyan right-hander.
The shortstop, Drew Graham.
And it'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Drew Graham, the senior, who's had a really spectacular season to this point. She's been ultra valuable. She played third a lot when Caitlin Isley was out early in the season. She's held down the shortstop position very well. She's batted second, batted seventh, eighth, ninth. She's batted all around the order wherever she's needed. She swings at the first pitch here. It's hit a mile in the air, foul down the first base line, and J.J. Wright will glove it in foul territory, and that ends the threat. Lions leave one on, and they trail 2-1 heading to the third. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Top of the third inning here from the Walker Athletic Complex on the campus of Piedmont University in Demarest, Georgia. USA South Championship Series Game 1 between Wesleyan and Piedmont. Wesleyan with a 2-1 lead as we head to the third. First pitch of the inning from Emma Mcbreyer is high for a ball. She's facing Bailey Caldwell, the Wesleyan shortstop. She singled her first time up on a soft hit ball toward first. She grounds this one right back to Mcbreyer, who underhands to first for an important first out as Kara Taylor squeezes it.
Now batting the first baseman, J.J. Wright.
That's back-to-back 1-3s for Mcbreyer. She got Savannah Pollock to do that just the same at the end of the second inning to end that frame. And now brings up J.J. Wright with one out, and she takes one low and in for a ball, the Wesleyan first baseman. Grounded out to third her first time up. Mcbreyer's 1-0 outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. Again, Mcbreyer hasn't quite found a rhythm just yet. She's fallen behind. Most hitters she's faced, she's thrown a ball first. She hasn't got a lot of first pitch strikes. This one's grounded out towards short again. Isley cuts it off and throws over to first for the second out. Second time I've done that. I think it's heading towards short, but Isley ranges over it, which is the right play as a third baseman. Your momentum's moving toward first anyway. If you can get it, go get it. And Isley's done that twice. So a pair of outs to start this frame. Quickly for Mcbreyer and the Lions as the first pitch to Zupanik is a changeup, and it's a beauty for a strike. She intentionally walked Tiana Zupanik last time. She batted with the bases loaded. Or actually, she batted with 2 runners on in scoring position, so didn't give her much to hit. Go ahead and put her on base and get a force at every bag, and it ended up working out in Piedmont's favor back in the first inning. But now Zupanik bats here with nobody on and 2 outs. The 1-1 It's in there for a strike. On the outer half of the plate, Zupanik couldn't even get the bat off her shoulder. By the time she did, it was Byer. I think she got caught guessing off speed. Mcbreyer zipped that one in there. Now she's one pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning. And the 1-2 is a changeup. She waited on that one well and fouled it down the left field line. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Mcbreyer checks the wristband, gets her sign, kicks, delivers, strike! 3 on the outer half of the plate. She got her looking, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Emma Mcbreyer. They needed that, and the Lions will head to the bottom half of the third, looking to even the score. It's 2-1 Wesleyan. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Bottom of the third inning here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Piedmont's got 1, 2, 3. Top of the order due up in this half inning. It's Player of the Year in the conference, Rebecca Stegmeyer. Gonna dig in for her second at-bat. She grounded out back to the pitcher, Kimmy Dick, in her first at-bat to lead off the game for Piedmont. But she'll dig in for her second at-bat here as the first pitch of the inning is high for a ball. If you're watching, which you obviously are watching if you're listening to me on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube, a lot of winds right now blowing around the Walker Athletic Complex. Looks like a nice day, but the winds are going to make things challenging as Stegmeyer lifts that one high out toward left field. And it's gloved by Janae Ruckard coming in on that one for the first out of the frame.
Baseman Caitlin Isley.
Sun's out right now. There's been some clouds at times. There's been some wind at times. Not really sure what to expect out of this game weather-wise here in early May in the North Georgia mountains. First pitch to Caitlin Isley, the Piedmont third baseman, runs inside, almost hit her in the back foot. It'll be a ball. Piedmont dugout chanting it up, cheering on their junior third baseman as she awaits the 1-0, and it's low for a ball. She's up 2-0. Isley doubled her first time up. She scored the lone run of the game for Piedmont. One out double in the first. She then stole third and scored on a sac fly in the next at-bat from Kara Taylor. Isley, you could make an argument, is probably the most valuable player to this Piedmont team. Becca Stegmeyer might be the best, but Isley is maybe the most valuable for RBIs, runs, everything she does for this team. Plays a solid third base defensively. She took that one there for a strike, and it's 2-1. But you could tell the beginning of the season she missed a good handful of games, didn't return until conference play got started. And Piedmont faced some really good teams, some nationally ranked opponents, and without Isley, you could tell they were a different team. She swings over the top of that off-speed pitch and runs the count even at 2-2. Isley was a first-team all-conference selection last year. Even in her limited time this year, she's a second-team West Division selection. That proves her value right there. Even in a partial season, she makes an all-conference team, and she flares that one right back to Kimmy Dick, who bounces out of the circle to make that play. As Isley couldn't quite get her hands through on that one, got it off the handle, and it's an easy second out. So Emma Mcbreyer, she went 1-2-3 in the top of the third. Now Kimmy Dick's trying to match her and go 1-2-3 here in the bottom. Standing in her way, though, is Kara Taylor. As I mentioned before, sac fly to right field to score Isley in her first time up. She'll bat here now with 2 away. The first pitch to her, low and inside. It will catch the zone, though. Pretty nice pitch. Not one you really want to swing at anyway, probably, if you're Kara Taylor. Even if you do make contact, you're pulling it foul, or you're going to hit it right off the top of your foot, which isn't going to feel good. So Kimmy Dick delivers the 0-1. Tried to throw a changeup. She smiled. Couldn't quite get a grip on that one, and it floated in there high. My colleague and I, Joseph Garwood, we worked the SIAC softball tournament the last couple days that's going on in Albany, Georgia. We saw one pitcher throw what can only be described as the softball equivalent of an ephus. It was an incredible pitch. I don't think you could call it a changeup. It just floated in there, and hitters didn't. It looked like you were playing a video game, and the game glitched. It was a really phenomenal looking pitch. I have never seen anything quite like it. I'm not sure I ever will. Kimmy Dix, she's up 1-2 now on Kara Taylor, delivers the pitch lined right at the Piedmont dugout, and will do it again. Again, Piedmont, the top overall seed in the West Division, 15-1 in the regular season. Wesleyan was 9-7. They're on sort of a Cinderella run here to the conference championship finals. As Dix gets Taylor to swing way out of the zone at that one. She couldn't hold off. In a protect mode was Kara Taylor, but she couldn't make contact with that one. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Wesleyan. As Kimmy Dix sits the Lions down in order. We're heading to the 4th. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
Janae Rooker.
Top of the 4th inning here, the USA South Championship Series softball tournament between Wesleyan and Piedmont. 6-hitter Janae Rooker, the left fielder, is going to lead the frame off for the Wolves as the first pitch from Mcbreyer is fouled right at the first base dugout as Mcbreyer gets ahead 0-1. 2-1 the score. Wesleyan scored twice in the top of the 2nd inning to take a lead in response to Piedmont's early run in the 1st. As Mcbreyer delivers that one in there, it's a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2 quickly to Rookard. Rookard grounded out to second base to end the 1st inning in her first time up when she came in with the bases loaded. She takes that one for a ball there. It's 1-2 now. Rookard, a pair of doubles so far this postseason. She came in to this championship series batting .286 in the postseason. She grounds that one again out towards second. Partlow, nice play, moving to her right, and a strong throw over to first for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the DP.
That's twice in this game that Janae Rookard has grounded one sharply towards Partlow. That one was a nice play. It took sort of a funky hop as she was moving to her right. Had to glove it at a weird angle. But the all-conference second baseman makes the play, the freshman, and it's an important first out of the frame as the first pitch here to the DP Sabrina Bowen is a strike from Mcbreyer. Bowen grounded out to third her first time up. And takes the 0-1, skips in the dirt for a ball. Again, Madison Henry behind the plate for Piedmont in this game 1. We're never quite sure whether it'll be Madison Henry or Hannah Morgan. Probably Hannah Morgan. Then in game 2, she'll work with Martina Malik. Mcbreyer misses that one just a little bit low and away. It's 2-1 now for Bowen. Bowen 3 hits this postseason, looking for her 4th. 2-1 grounded out toward third. Isley, an easy hop glove and across the diamond. And it's another easy play for the Piedmont third baseman, and it's in another 1-2 to start this frame. 6 straight hitters have been retired now by Emma Mcbreyer. And it brings up the catcher Presley Edwards. Edwards got the rally started in the second inning for Wesleyan. It was her first hit of the postseason. She takes that one right down the heart of the plate for a strike. I mean, she hadn't had a hit in the postseason yet. She grounded one up the middle for a hit, and then pinch runner Caitlin Bennett came on for her and ultimately came around to score on a triple from Marilyn Neesmith, and an error then allowed Neesmith to score on the play. That one, ooh. Just adding to the breeze here at the Walker Athletic Complex. She was way out in front of that changeup. Really nice pitch there from Mcbreyer. Had Presley Edwards completely fooled, and now it's 0-2. Mcbreyer's got the sign, sets, delivers, fouled down the right field line. Nice job by Edwards to stay alive. Just flung her hands at that one, trying to make contact any way she can instead of getting set down. A 1-2-3 inning in the last frame for Mcbreyer. She's trying to do it again here. The 0-2 swung on and fouled away. I was all excited. I thought it was a swing and miss. I feel like I showed my hands too early. I hadn't had a good swing and miss call yet today. Nonetheless, it was a good pitch from Mcbreyer, and it's still an 0-2 count now. She brings it again. Just tapped toward third. Isley gloves it, makes the throw across the diamond, and it is another 1-2-3 inning for the Lions and Emma Mcbreyer. We go to the bottom half. Piedmont still trailing 2-1. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Four, 5, and 6 due up in the bottom of the 4th inning here for the Lady Lions. Madison Henry, who was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance, will lead us off. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Troy Wyman on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. USA South Softball Tournament Championship Series here today from Demorest, Georgia. Wesleyan and Piedmont in what should be a fantastic series, as the first pitch from Wesleyan starter Kimmy Dick was a little bit high, and it's 1-0 now to Madison Henry. Really great crowd from both sides here. Great atmosphere in what might be the final day of home events for this season of Piedmont Athletics. 2 games today. If the two sides split, we'll play a third winner-take-all game tomorrow for the conference championship and an automatic bid in the NCAA tournament. So a lot on the line for both teams here. As Kimmy Dick misses yet again, it's 3-0. First time we've seen her really fall behind this big to a batter in a game today. She's done a good job of getting ahead and staying ahead of the Piedmont hitters. And now Madison Henry up 3-0, trying to lead off this frame as the Lions are still facing a 1-run deficit. The 3-0, that one's in there for a strike. I don't think Henry was going to be swinging at that one no matter what. Now she's probably got the green light, though. 3-1, if it's on one you really feel confident in, go ahead and take a big cut. Dick has the sign, sets, delivers, swung on, missed. She was swinging, but Henry couldn't quite connect, and it runs the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, first batter of the inning. Henry hits one high, but it's going to go out of play down the third baseline. Ends up on the softball lacrosse turf, the soccer lacrosse turf rather, here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Well, those dark rain clouds that we saw earlier, they were off in the distance, but they're even farther in the distance now. Don't see them anymore. It looks like we're all clear weather-wise. Some bright sunshine. Henry fouled that one straight back off the plexiglass. Presley Edwards made the catch on the ricochet, but it's just a foul ball. That's not an out. Savannah Bananas, I think that would probably be an out. The way they play ball down there. Fans catching balls, it's an out. Ricocheting off the dugout, it's an out. It doesn't really matter. As Henry swings at another one and sends it out of play to stay alive. Madison Henry, a transfer to the team this season. She's a junior. Been one of the mainstays in the heart of the lineup here, batting .366 on the season overall, and she'll take a ball here. She's found her way on free twice now, a hit by pitch, and now she draws a leadoff walk. Trying to get something started here for the Lions. We'll see a pinch runner here for her in this situation. Looks to be Hannah Calloway, not surprised there. She's usually the first one off the bench. And it will be. Just had to get the clarification from the umpires, but it is Hannah Calloway. She'll go on and run. Calloway, she's one of the more valuable base stealers the Lions have. She's 11 for 12 stealing bases this season. That's her role, and she's embraced it. And she's out there now with nobody out. And Emma Mcbreyer, the Piedmont pitcher, digs in. The first pitch from Dick, it skips in there for a ball. Good lead from Calloway. I'm anticipating her taking off in one of the next couple pitches. If I know anything about Piedmont softball, it's that they steal bases. That's Terry Martin's MO, trying to put pressure on opposing defenses. As the 1-0 swung on, hit high out toward right center field. That's Savannah Pollock, camps under it, gloves it, and that's the first out. Calloway retreats back to first. So Mcbreyer now 0 for 2. She's twice flown out to right field. That's going to bring up Hannah Morgan, the DP in this contest. HMO struck out her first time up, leading off the second inning for Piedmont. The first pitch to her this inning is in there for a strike. Dick sets and delivers the 0-1. Tried to check her swing, couldn't do it. Oh, Hannah Calloway, she steals the base, but she paid the price for it. That throw sailed up the line a little bit. I think it hit her right off the face mask. She hops back up. She appears to be okay, but well, she paid the price for getting another stolen base. I knew she was going to take off at some point, and she did there. And she wore one right off the side of the helmet. I think she's all right, though. That's good to see. At the plate, HMO tried to check her swing, couldn't do it, so it's 0-2 now. The pitch swung on, lofted high up and out of play over the third base dugout. Kimmy Dick, the Wesleyan starter, she's been on one heck of a tear. She's been ultra valuable in this postseason. She's pitched in 4 games. She's won 3 of them. The one she didn't win was her 4th consecutive complete game against Pfeiffer in a game that they didn't have to win. Pfeiffer came out on top of that one, but it set up a winner-take-all game in that bracket. As she swings and misses that one. No, foul ball, just got enough of it. And Presley Edwards couldn't squeeze it behind the plate, so Morgan stays alive just barely. It's possible that we only see one Wesleyan pitcher this week, and it could be Kimmy Dick. They rely on her almost exclusively, it seems. Tiana Zupanik is solid too, but not their first option. A swing and a miss on a high and in fastball that time. And that's Hannah Morgan's 2nd strikeout in as many at-bats.
Now batting left fielder, Hannah Smith.
An important 2nd out of this inning for Dick and the Wesleyan defense. With a runner out at 2nd, that's Hannah Calloway. She just stole after pinch running for Madison Henry, who drew a walk. And now here's Hannah Smith. She also drew a walk in her first time up. Trying to do something here. First pitch to her, she takes it. It's high off the plate for a ball. Hannah Smith, a slap-hitting left-hander, sophomore, in a big moment here with a runner in scoring position at 2nd base. Piedmont still trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Dick delivers the 1-0. She hit the glove and she gets the call for it. I thought it missed maybe just a ball outside, but it was a good pitch. She hit her spot and home plate umpire rewarded her for it. And that's what happens when you hit your spots throughout a game, you get the benefit of the doubt. If you're all over the place, you don't get a lot of borderline calls. But she earned that one, and it's 1-1. The pitch misses inside, and it run a little bit high as well. 2-1 now. Dick picks up a little dirt trying to get a grip of the softball. Checks the wristband on the left forearm. She's got her sign. Kicks, delivers, swung on, grounded right back to her. She'll glove it, throw to first. A little high, but in time. John Winters threw his arms out thinking that she was safe, and he fooled me even for a second. But nonetheless, it's a nice play there from Kimmy Dick, and it ends the frame. We'll go to the 5th. Wesleyan still leads 2-1. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Top of the 5th inning getting underway here. Second baseman Jasmine Staley leading off the frame for Wesleyan. Madison Henry back behind the plate for Piedmont after she was lifted for a pinch runner in the last half inning. So just re-enter that one on your scorecard. Pretty simple. Mcbreyer's 0-1 hit high and hard out toward left field line rather. Hannah Smith ranges over and makes the play. Some of the solid contact we've seen so far today. A couple hard hit balls, but nothing major as the pitchers have been on their games for the most part. But Staley's going to fly out to left field. And it flips the lineup card over top of the order for Marilyn Neesmith. She struck out looking, and then she's responsible for that wacky play in the top of the second inning. She tripled out toward left center field, smoked one into the gap, and then a throwing error allowed her to come home and score on this very same play. She holds her swing up there as Mcbreyer threw a pretty nice looking breaking pitch. And it goes to a 1-0 count now to Staley, or Neesmith rather. Staley just flew out. Mcbreyer checks the card, delivers, runs in on her hands, and it's just fisted out toward Partlow at second, who makes the easy play for out number 2.
Now batting the right fielder, Savannah Pollock.
So ever since Neesmith, that triple and that weird play that surrendered the Piedmont lead, Emma Mcbreyer has now retired 9 straight hitters ever since. A pair of 1, 2, 3 innings since that moment. She's looking for her 3rd straight. But it's Savannah Pollock, the Wesleyan right fielder, who stands in her way and showed good plate discipline there. Didn't swing out of the zone on that one and gets ahead 1-0. Pollock, she is singled and grounded right back to Mcbreyer in this game. She takes a big cut at that one, but she's late on it. Evens the count at 1-1. Ever since that triple from Neesmith, Mcbreyer seems to have found an extra few miles per hour on her fastball. She's pitching a little bit angry. That one was buzzed in there. It's a little bit inside. It runs to a 2-1 count. But I don't know if she got frustrated or what it was, but she gave up a ringing triple and said, all right, no more games. Time to lock in, and she's done just that. That one's hit hard out toward left field. Hannah Smith has to range back, but toward the line and makes the catch. 2 nice plays in the inning from Hannah Smith in left field, and it's another 1, 2, 3 inning for Piedmont. We're rolling right along here. It's 2-1 Wesleyan heading to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Back here in the broadcast booth, bottom of the 5th inning for Piedmont. Buckners leads it off. She tries to bunt, pushes it foul. J.J. Wright can't quite make the play. Good hustle there from the Wesleyan first baseman, but it does fall foul, so no harm, no foul for Buckner. Emily Stevenson, she's into the game in right field now, a defensive replacement for Wesleyan. Trying to make some changes to hold on to their 2-1 lead. If you joined us last week for the first round bracket here from the Walker Athletic Complex, this one swung on and missed by Buckner. But if you joined us last week, you know Michael Thomason, you know Brett Loftus. We like to have a lot of fun up here in the press box. There was 1 run scored during a game, and the only time that run got scored, I don't remember the teams, don't remember the opponents, but it was when Michael Thomason was eating a cookie. So it was cookie time. And the Lions need some runs here, so we're bringing cookie time back. And Buckner fouls that one away straight over the press box to stay alive in the 0-2 count. Just keeping everybody filled in on what's going on at the complex, what we're doing here in the press box. This is game 148 of all the home events this season in Piedmont athletics. So we're getting a little bit wacky with it at times, as Buckner just puts that one in play out towards short, gloved and thrown across the diamond. A close play, but she got her. A nice play from Bailey Caldwell. Just by a half step did she get the speedy Taylor Buckner at first. And that's an important first out of the inning for Wesleyan. So the 9-hole hitter, shortstop Drew Graham, the senior, is going to dig in now for Piedmont. She popped out to the first baseman, J.J. Wright, her first time up. Only seen one pitch so far in this contest. The second one to her, and the first pitch of this at-bat is in there for a strike. Drew came into this game as one of 3 Lady Lions with 4 hits in the postseason. She's 4 for 7, batting .571 in this, the 4th game that Piedmont's played this postseason. She takes the 0-1 pitch inside and works it full now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out now. Drew's been really impressive this season as a senior, stepping up, playing short, playing third. She's batted at the top of the order. She's batted at the bottom of the order, just being real versatile for this team. It's been fun to watch. She hits that one a mile in the air, straight back, and it lands just between, I don't even know how it did that, just between the fencing of the backstop and then the plexiglass right here of our press box. There's not a lot of space there, only about 3 or 4 feet, if that. But it does just barely get out of play because Presley Edwards, the Wesleyan catcher, had a beat on it. So Graham stays alive here with 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Wesleyan starter Kimmy Dick trying to hold on to a lead. She kicks, delivers the 1-2. Swung on again, hit high in the air. It's out towards second base. Jasmine Staley charges in and gloves it. And there's 2 away. Boy, the pitchers in this game have really started to settle in. A lot of base runners, a lot of hits early in this game. Lions got 1 run in the bottom of the 1st. Wesleyan got 2 runs in the top of the 2nd. That was after they left the bases loaded in the 1st. And then really ever since then, the pitchers have found a rhythm. And we're looking now, I think, at our 4th straight 1-2-3 inning. If Kimmy Dick can get out of this one. It's the top of the order, though. Rebecca Stegmeyer swings and fouls one down the third base line. First pitch she sees. Stegmeyer grounded out to the pitcher her first time up and flew out to left back in the 3rd. So she's 0 for 2. Not something we see out of her very often. Even if she's not getting base hits, she finds her way on base one way or the other. That's what leadoff hitters do. That's what players of the year in the conference do. Which, of course, she is this season. She takes that one high for a ball. Entering this game, Stegmeyer had a .517 on-base percentage, so really doing her job as a leadoff hitter, and she's been just so valuable to the Piedmont Lady Lions this year. Where Stegmeyer goes, they seem to follow, literally and figuratively, as she takes that one high for a ball. She joked with us during senior day. At times she goes, I've gotten overshadowed at times. There's been some really good players that have come through here. She's been really good for her 4 years, but there's just been, quite frankly, better players at times. This year it's all about her. Player of the year. Takes that one for a ball. But last year, I remember the All-Conference Awards came out, and Rebecca Stegmeyer wasn't on it, and I was shocked. I was like, she had to have gotten something, right? She had to have been second team anything, and she wasn't. And she put a chip on her shoulder after that and came out and won Player of the Year in the conference her senior year. Well deserved. The 3-1 on the way here, and she draws a walk. So a 2-out walk there for Stegmeyer. As I was saying, she gets on base one way or the other. And she keeps the inning alive for Caitlin Isley.
Caitlin Isley.
Isley has scored the lone run in this game for the Lady Lions. She doubled her first time up in the 1st, stole 3rd, and then scored on a sac fly. And now a big moment here with 2 outs. First pitch to her, high for a ball. And if everybody in this ballpark, if anybody in the park is not keeping one eye on Rebecca Stegmeyer at this time, then shame on them. 38 of 40 this season stolen bases. She's already got the career record. She's got the single season record. She'll probably try to add on at some point here. She puts the brakes on that one as Isley takes a strike. The NFCA gives out a seasonal award to the most prolific base stealer in college softball at each level. I would have to imagine Rebecca Stegmeyer is a finalist for that one here in a few weeks. And she takes off here. She's in there just ahead of the throw. It got there right about the same time, actually. But the throw from Presley Edwards sailed up the line just enough that Stegmeyer got in there safely. At the plate, Isley swung through a pitch in the zone. So it is 1-2 now with 2 out. But now with 2 strikes, Stegmeyer, she's running on anything that looks like Isley's swinging at. It gets another extra step. And she takes that one high for a ball. And deuces are wild for the 4th time today. Shout out Brett Loftus. We had 3 of them real early in the game. We were on pace for 14 or more. Deuces wilds, that's only our 4th now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Number 2 is at the plate. She swings and fouls it off. Brett Loftus, I think you're listening. You told me you were going to watch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 2 is at the plate. She bats second in the order. I'm not sure deuces can get much more wild than that. Now Brady Tigert, the Wesleyan head coach, isn't quite sure maybe if that was it a foul ball? Was it not a foul ball? Or maybe just checking on Presley Edwards if it got a piece of the mask. Maybe that's what it was. Just gave the catcher a little pat on the head. You all right? Yep. All right, let's keep playing. So we'll do the 2-2 again. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, Piedmont trails Wesleyan 2-1. Rebecca Stegmeyer, she's the runner at second base. Kimmy Dick kicks, delivers high for a ball, and it runs the count full to Caitlin Isley. Big moment in this game. Wesleyan trying to hang on to a lead, and Piedmont trying to even it up or even take a lead. The 3-2, it's low for a ball. Isley is going to take the base, and it gets away from Edwards. And good running there by Stegmeyer to not just assume that the play was over. She advances to third. Isley's going to go over towards second. They're trying to play a little trickier here. Isley's going to take second before the play even starts. And Brady Tigert's not happy about that. He thinks that play is dead. He wants Isley called out for leaving early. It's a tricky rule in college softball. Once the ball is put back in the circle, once the pitcher's got it, that play is over. And then the rule is you cannot take off for another base until the pitcher has released the pitch. So it's always a very tricky rule. It's always bang, bang, usually not even having as many eyes on the play as you need with so many moving parts. But Tigert's going to get his wish. The umpires are going to have a conference and talk about it. But Isley just got off of first, did a little dancing, wants to try to draw a throw. And if you make a throw it away, whatever it is, you can maybe get Stegmeyer a chance to score from third. And we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, they could call Isley out. I don't know exactly the situation. They could call Isley out for leaving early. And then if so, that's a devastating way to end the inning. It does look like the umpires are going to allow it. No harm, no foul. So Isley draws the walk. Stegmeyer went to third as the ball squirted away. Isley then I don't know if she gets credited with a stolen base or not, but she takes second, and now there's 2 on for Kara Taylor. First pitch swinging, lined out to her left center field. It is off the base of the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Stegmeyer and Isley cross home. Kara Taylor, stay hot, young lady. She has played the best softball of her career down the stretch, and she shows it again there. A 2-run double gives the Lady Lions a lead. Kara Taylor, the sophomore first baseman, a first-team all-conference selection. Maybe the biggest hit of the season for Piedmont to this point. Just put them up 3-2. Boy, I thought that one was out of here. Hit off right about the middle of the wall, out in center field. The wall gets a little bit taller. I think if that were hit to any other part of the park, it's a homer. One of the hardest hit balls she's had this season. And it brings up Madison Henry now, who takes the first pitch in for a ball. Boy, a big momentum shift in this one. After a long conference, is Isley going to get called out? Is she not going to get called out? A lot hanging in the balance. And thankfully, Kara Taylor got a chance to put a drive into one and give the Lions a lead. It's 1-1 now to Madison Henry. Kimmy Dick's going to try to limit the damage here. The Wesleyan ace. Got to show some thick skin here as Henry fouls one straight back. She just missed that one. Kara Taylor has all 3 RBIs. She got Isley in on a sac fly earlier, and then a 2-run double in this inning. Good eye there by Madison Henry. I thought that one was too close to take, but it does drift off the plate for a ball. Deuces wild for the 5th time today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, Piedmont and Wesleyan in Game 1 of the USA South Softball Tournament Championship Series. The pitch swung on, fouled up and out of play over the press box. Boy, really good crowd here again. Maybe one of the best crowds I've seen in my time at Piedmont. I was here last year for my first year. It was the COVID year. Not a lot of fans, a lot of restrictions, and I didn't quite get the full sense of what Piedmont athletics was about. This year has been a little bit different. Everybody's excited to get back to the park, support their teammates, support their classmates, and it's a great crowd here today as Henry leaves that one high and it runs the count full. Wesleyan's traveled well. They've got a really nice crowd down the first base line. Our stands are full. Baseball and lacrosse players down the left field line hanging out, having fun. People up on the hill in left field. A really great atmosphere to be a part of. The 3-2 swung on and missed. And Kimmy Dick, good work by her to limit the damage. And she gets Henry swinging. But Kara Taylor delivers another ringing 2 RBI double. And Piedmont has a 3-2 lead as we head to the 6th. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. I'm Troy Wyman. The USA South Softball Championship Series between Piedmont and Wesleyan. Piedmont just took a 3-2 lead after a ringing 2 RBI double from Kara Taylor in this back and forth contest. Evan Mcbreyer, first pitch is low to Bailey Caldwell. The 3-hitter, shortstop for Wesleyan, is going to lead off the top of the 6th inning. Caldwell already with a single in this one. She's 1 for 2. And she's ahead 2-0 in this count. Boy, I was expecting a pretty close game, and it has delivered. Into the 6th inning, it's a 1-run game. Both pitchers look good, but both offenses have taken their opportunities when they've come. They've taken advantage of it. Two-one count now. Mcbreyer kicks, delivers, doesn't get the call. Nice pitch, though, just on outside part of the plate. Well, not on the plate. It was called a ball. Just outside. Missed the zone. 3-1 the count now to Caldwell. 3-4-5 in this frame for Wesleyan. As this one's flared out toward right field, and it's foul. That almost fell in no man's land. Taylor wasn't going to be able to reach it, and obviously neither was Partlow. Too long of a run from second base. And Caldwell almost dropped that one in there perfectly. I think it was Yogi Berra, right? You don't have to hit it hard, hit it where they ain't. That one was almost a good example, and if that one falls, it could end up being a double. But the full count to Caldwell, and she fists that one just foul again to stay alive. The full count once again to Caldwell, grounded toward third, just foul. Isley fielded it, made the throw over, but it doesn't matter. It sailed just a little bit foul down the line. Good at bat here from Caldwell. The three-hole hitter acting like a leadoff. Seeing some pitches, putting together a good at bat. 5+ innings so far for Emma Mcbreyer. She's given up 2 runs, only 1 was earned. And this one, full count again, fouled toward the backstop. Mcbreyer, I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, her and Martina Malik, who we'll see in Game 2, I'm almost certain we'll see her in Game 2, make up one of the best 1-2 punches in the circle in all of Division III softball. 14-2 record for Mcbreyer this season. But the 3-2 that time sailed inside. Good at bat from Caldwell. She earned that base on balls to lead off the frame here. That's an important early base runner as Wesleyan now tries to claw back from a 1-run deficit. Now the first baseman, J.J. Wright. She's 0 for 2 in this contest. She's grounded out to first, grounded out to third. Mcbreyer gets her sign, delivers first pitch in there for a strike. Low and outer part of the plate. Each time Piedmont has scored in this game, Wesleyan has scored in the next half inning. Of course, it only happened once back in the bottom of the first and then in the second. But Wesleyan with the leadoff runner on here looking to threaten. Wright squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball. That always seems to be the case in college softball. One team scores and they get a little excited, they relax just that little bit, and the other team pounces and takes advantage. I hear that all the time when we cover men's soccer. Soccer players always say the most dangerous parts of the game are like right before halftime, right at the end of halftime, or right after the other team scores, because then everybody's just a little bit relaxed for whatever reason. Hard hit ball right back up the middle. That's a base hit for Wright. Pounded right back through the middle. Great piece of hitting there. And now there's 2 runners on as Caldwell moves to second. And it brings up Tiana Zupanik, probably the best hitter or the most valuable player, especially in this Wesleyan lineup. Zupanik playing third base. Came into today hitting .364, 40 hits, 31 RBIs. She's an all-conference West Division second-team selection. And she'll take that one there for a ball. You can see why. When they lined up for the national anthem before the game, she was easily the tallest, most athletic-looking player on this team that is on a Cinderella run right now. Their vibes are very high. 1-0 outside for a ball, and now it's 2-0 to Zupanik, rather. Yeah, big moment here now for the Wolves, looking to take advantage of a couple early base runners. The right hitter at the plate, trying to steal game 1. Grounded right back to Mcbreyer. She's going to glove it, flips over to third. Isley couldn't find the bag, but she finally did, and it's a good work there by Mcbreyer not to panic, go get the lead runner, and still set up forces at every base. Really nice play there, and it's a very important first out. So Zupanik reaches on a fielder's choice. There's a 1 away now. And the first pitch to left fielder Janae Ruckert is low for a ball. Ruckert is grounded out to second twice in this game. And she takes that one again high for a ball, and it's 2-0. Mcbreyer has, I've mentioned it a couple times, she's thrown a lot of pitches. She was at 50, I think, in the second or third inning. She's got to be getting close to 100 now, I'd imagine. But she's fallen behind a lot of hitters, and that's led to her having to make more and more pitches. She makes one there, though. Low and outside for a strike. But again, Ruckert, she's grounded out twice, both to Lindsey Partlow at second base. If she does it again, maybe the Lions can roll too. And she hits that one hard down the right field line, but it sails out of play. I'll reiterate too, down the right field line, down the left field line, everywhere. Really spectacular crowd here in Demarest. It's graduation weekend too. Our seniors got to walk the stage in the Mize yesterday. That could be part of it. Grounded towards second base. Partlow gloves it and flips to first. Really nice play by her not to get distracted by the runner. So again, a third 4-3 putout for Janae Rookard. And it's an important second out in this frame. Both runners do advance. But Mcbreyer now perhaps just a pitch or two away from getting out of yet another jam and holding on to this lead. Caldwell, the runner at third. That one's in there for a strike. In correction, J.J. Wright, the runner at third. Tiana Zupanik, she's at second. And Sabrina Bowen. She's grounded out to third twice in this game, looking for her first in. She's up 1-0 right now against Mcbreyer. But a nice pitch. Mcbreyer evens the count, 1-1. Wesleyan left the bases loaded in the first inning, came back and scored twice in the second, and this is their first real opportunity to do any damage ever since. And Mcbreyer is trying to limit the damage once again. Swung on and missed on a high fastball. Actually was a foul tip, but a nice pitch from Mcbreyer, and she's one strike away from ending this Wesleyan threat. Really pivotal moment in this game. Piedmont leads 3-2. Top of the sixth inning here in game one. Mcbreyer, the 1-2, outside for a ball. Deuces are wild, sixth time today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 runners on for Wesleyan. The 7-hitter, the DP, Sabrina Bowen, stands in. The 2-2, swung on, lined out toward short, caught! Diving catch by Drew Graham. She slams the ball down on the turf. Big ol' hug from Caitlin Isley. What a play by the senior shortstop to end the threat for Wesleyan. Mcbreyer pitches out of yet another jam, and Piedmont holds on to a 3-2 lead heading to the bottom of the sixth. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Bottom of the sixth inning here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Piedmont leads Wesleyan 3-2 in game one of this USA South Softball Tournament Championship Series, a best-of-3 series this weekend. Mcbreyer swings through the first pitch from Wesleyan's pitcher Kimmy Dick, and it's 0-1. Wesleyan down to 3 outs now in this game. They led throughout most of it through the middle innings. Kara Taylor, 3 RBIs for Piedmont, including a 2 RBI double in the 5th. That's where we stand now. Lined out toward right center field. It's down for a base hit. There to cut it off is Neesmith, and that'll hold Mcbreyer at first with a single. Important moment there for Emma Mcbreyer. Another leadoff run as she's trying to add a little bit of insurance for herself. Couple substitutions now coming for Piedmont. Head coach Terry Martin. Lexi Chitwood, she's going to pinch run for Mcbreyer. We've already seen Hannah Calloway off the bench. Now it's Chitwood's turn to run for Mcbreyer. And in the DP spot, this has been Hannah Morgan, but instead it's going to be freshman Lauren English.
The DP, Lauren English.
English, the freshman, she got some playing time early in this season at third when Isley was out with an injury. We haven't seen a ton of her lately, but now she's got a big moment here in the championship series. She takes the first pitch from Dick, high for a ball. English, 214 average on the season, 6 hits. 3 of them are doubles, so she's got plenty of power. And head coach Terry Martin trusting her in a situation here. She's going to square around to bunt, pushes it foul. It hits off of her, but I think she was still in the batter's box, and that's what they'll rule. So it'll just be a foul ball. We've seen a handful of those this postseason here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Batters for all the teams we've seen trying to lay down some bunts, but it bounces right back up into them. And if they're still in the box, it's just a dead ball. If they're out of the box, they're out. So now it's 1-1 now to the freshman English. The pitch. A rise ball. Rose a little bit too much out of the zone from Dick, and it's a 2-1 count now. Head coach Terry Martin coaching up English down there at third. Again, Lexi Chitwood, she just pinch ran for Mcbreyer. She's at first. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-1. Swung on, just missed. Fouled straight back into the screen by English. I thought it was fouled. Terry Martin wants confirmation that it was a foul ball. Yeah, he's saying you got to throw your hands up if it's a foul ball. Chitwood took off and took second as if it were just a ball that got to the backstop. And I don't disagree with Terry Martin. Let's confirm that my runner's got to go back to first before she goes jogging over there voluntarily. So it is a 2-2 count now. Chitwood is at first. English, the pinch hitter. She's at the plate, ready for the 2-2, and it sails up and away for a ball. I mentioned at the top of the broadcast too, Kimmy Dick, she's a workhorse for this team. She's got the most appearances easily throughout the season. She's thrown 4 complete games already in this postseason out of Wesleyan's 5 games. And she's working deep into a ball game here, trying to avoid getting into some trouble and give her team a chance to win it in the 7th. The 3-2. Swung on, hit high out toward right center field. 3 players are giving chase. It's the right fielder, Emily Stevenson. Calls everybody off, makes the grab. And that's an important first out for the Wolves.
Now batting the left fielder, Hannah Smith.
So English flies out to right. And now the 7-hole hitter, Hannah Smith. The sophomore switch hitter, batting from the left side here. She'll square around to bunt, pulls it back. Chitwood takes off for second, and she's in there. The ball gets through. She tried, it looked like she wanted to take off towards second. She put her hands up like, all I got run into. She's looking for an obstruction call, but I don't think she's going to get it. She took one step that direction. Jasmine Staley, the second baseman who was covering the base, was there. Not on purpose, not trying to get in the way. She was just trying to field her position. But I guess they're not going to argue it too much. So Chitwood stands on second with a stolen base. Smith again looked like she wanted to bunt, pulls it back. Counts even at 1-1 now. This would be an important insurance run for Piedmont. It's 3-2. You'd really like to go into the 7th inning with more than a 1-run lead, because I don't think a 1-run lead is going to be safe in this series for either team really at any time. They're both playing too good for that. Smith thought about squaring again, pulled it back. It's a strike. So now she'll probably be swinging away. Slap hitter from the left side. Tiana Zupanik, third baseman for Wesleyan. She's in a good amount, anticipating a soft hit ball her way. As Dick delivers the 1-2, swung on right back to her. And now going to third is Chitwood. Hannah Smith is safe. The ball gets away, and here comes Chitwood to score. A little indecision from Kimmy Dick leads to a broken play, and Chitwood is going to score. And Hannah Smith reaches safely. I think Hannah Smith will get credited with the hit, because she did beat the throw. She beat the throw to first, but then it got away, and that allowed Chitwood to come all the way home from second on the play. So just as I went talking about, we always talk about announcer jinxes, and they're always negative, but I just called an insurance run. I should get credit for that. right? 4-2 now the score for Piedmont. Again, an important insurance run as Hannah Smith reaches on a single.
Pinch hitting for Piedmont.
Chitwood comes home to score. Yeah, Kimmy Dick, she fielded it and looked right away, and Chitwood had taken off. She maybe can go to third, try to get the lead runner, but then once she hesitated and wheeled back toward first, it was too late. So now the first pitch is in there for a strike. This is a pinch hitter, Macy Allen, the junior. Haven't seen a ton of her this year, but when we have, she's been one of the best pinch hitters that Piedmont's got. She swings at that one, fouls it up and out of play, and it's 0-2. Macy Allen, a .444 hitter this season in her limited chances. She's got 8 hits and just 18 at-bats, 3 RBIs. We saw her a lot last year. She and Drew Graham were a platoon system basically at shortstop. This year it's mostly been Graham, but Allen has taken advantage of her chances at the plate. The 0-2 is to her. Fouled up down the third base line, out of play, and we'll do it again. Credit to Macy Allen. She's stuck with it this year. She always puts up good at-bats, even though she hasn't gotten the playing time I'm sure she'd like. Everybody wants to play, but not everybody can. But she's made herself valuable as a pinch hitter, and she fouls this one up and out of play again. That one would have hit her, I think, if she hadn't made contact. It was that far inside. But she's put up a good at-bat here. She's seen 4 pitches. She's fouled 2 of them off. Piedmont leads 4-2. Hannah Smith, the runner at first. Kimmy Dick delivers the 0-2. And nice job there by Allen. Takes it low and away for a ball, and it's 1-2. This is game 1 of the best-of-3 championship series. Lady Lions are looking to repeat as conference tournament champions and make a 3rd straight trip to the NCAA regional tournament. They're ranked 16th in the country, are the Lions, so I think they're on their way no matter what. As Allen, the 1-2, fouled up toward the third base dugout. Zupanik gave a look at it, but it flies out of play. Yeah, I haven't mentioned yet in this broadcast, Piedmont, they're ranked 16th in the country in the NFCA coaches poll. The Lady Lions started the year ranked 14th in the country. Fell out of the rankings after a tough start against some really good teams, but they jumped back in last week at 20, and now in at 16 this week. Allen, again, fouls one down the left field line, putting up a really good pinch hit at bat. Lady Lions were in the regional tournament 2 seasons ago. That was back in 2019. There was no tournament in 2020 due to the pandemic, obviously. Last year, they were conference champs and went to the Wisconsin Oshkosh Regional as Allen fouls another one up and out of play, and we'll do a 1-2 again. With the Lions, we've seen a lot of success recently in conference play that's allowed them to earn a couple berths to the national championship tournament, and they're on their way, I think, to a 3rd one in a row this season, whether they win or lose this championship series. Wesleyan's trying to steal an automatic bid. The 1-2, fouled but into the glove. And Allen put up a good fight, a really good at-bat off the bench, but she goes down on strikes.
Now batting the shortstop, Drew Graham.
So 2 outs now in the inning. The 9-hole hitter, senior shortstop Drew Graham, is at the plate. She made a spectacular diving catch in the last half inning to save a couple of runs and keep Piedmont in the lead. This one's laced out toward left center field, and it's down. Hannah Smith around second. She's going to try for third. In there, sliding, close play, safe. Good base running there by the sophomore Hannah Smith. She could not break stride even for a second if she wanted to get into third. And Drew Graham, good base running on her part. She followed her and went to second base.
Now batting the center fielder, Rebecca Stegmeyer.
Drew, she doesn't give me a lot of time to talk. She likes to see the first pitch fastball, and she takes a hack at it. And she did it again there, and she'll get a single out of it. And now we might, Brady Tygert's got to decide what he wants to do. He's got a seasoned veteran pitcher that he's relied on a lot down the stretch here in the postseason. I mentioned before she's got 4 complete games already this postseason. She's pitched complete games in all 4 games she's pitched out of the 5 that Wesleyan has appeared in. in the postseason. So you got to imagine fatigue sets in at some point for her. But he's going to leave her in here, it looks like, just a quick conference. The next option would be Tiana Zupanik. But I think they really like to leave her for the emergency situations when Dick just simply can't go. They go with Zupanik, and she does plenty good in her own right as well. But they're going to trust their ace here in this situation. Top of the order, Rebecca Stegmeyer, the player of the year in the conference, is up with 2 runners on. It's Hannah Smith at second. Hannah Smith at third, rather. Drew Graham at second. And Stegmeyer at the plate as she fouls the first pitch of this AB up and out of play. Stegmeyer has scored a run after a walk in the 5th. She's also grounded back to the mound and flown out to left field. She's got a chance here to really open up this lead for Piedmont, though, with a pair of runners in scoring position. As Dick delivers the 0-1, and again, Stegmeyer pokes one foul onto the soccer lacrosse turf. I think that's Peyton Irvin. It is. He's got a couple of foul balls. P1, we call him. The number 1 starter on our Piedmont baseball team. Their season unfortunately ended yesterday in the conference tournament. Good season for them, though, to make it that far as Stegmeyer grounds one right back to Kimmy Dick. She throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. The Lady Lions tack on an important insurance run, though. They lead 4-2 going to the top of the 7th, trying to take game 1 of this best of 3. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Three outs away are the Lady Lions from taking game 1 of this best of 3 championship series here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Again, I'm Troy Wyman. It's been a great first game of this series. Piedmont trying to hang on. They played the comeback kids for a while. They trailed 2-1 for a while. Then Kara Taylor smoked a 2 RBI double off the center field wall to put them up 3-2. And then an insurance run this last half inning has the Lady Lions up 4-2 as the first pitch in there for a strike to the catcher Presley Edwards. It's 8-9-1, the last gasp for the Wolves. As Mcbreyer's 0-1 is fouled back out of play. Hannah Smith back out in left field. Hartley Nerva into the game for Taylor Buckner's spot in right field. We've seen her play a lot of right field late in games as a defensive replacement, and the same holds true here in game 1 as Mcbreyer's 0-2 is high. The 1-2. Change-up, nice piece of hitting by Edwards. She waited, and just threw her hands at that one to stay alive. I believe it was Edwards' last at-bat. Mcbreyer threw a very similar pitch, and Edwards wasn't quite as patient. Fanned way out in front of one. So she learned that time, though, and waited back on it as the 1-2 inside. Doesn't catch the zone. It's 2-2 now. Last season, Piedmont hosted NC Wesleyan for the championship series and dropped the first game before winning the next 2. This year, they're trying to do their best to get ahead and win game 1 as they continue their quest for back-to-back conference titles. Last pitch was outside for a ball, so now it's a full count to Presley Edwards. Mcbreyer probably really wants to get this first out of this inning. The full count pitch inside, but it's fisted down the right field line. Edwards staying alive. She just barely got some aluminum on that one. Mcbreyer sets, delivers another 3-2. Lofted out toward first base. Easy play for Kara Taylor to make she gloves it. And that is an important out, number 1 for the Lady Lions.
Now batting the second baseman, Jasmine Staley.
The 9-hole hitter, Jasmine Staley now. The second baseman digs in, swings at the first pitch, lofts one up and out of play. Isley gave chase from her third base spot, but there was no play to be made there. Emma Mcbreyer trying to hold on for another win here. Would be her 15th of the season. She's 14-2 overall. Changeup. Nice pitch. John Winters, what a play. Right into the Piedmont dugout. And our first base coach made a nice one-handed grab on that one. In banana ball, that's an out. I mentioned that earlier. Fans, anybody catching a ball that's in play, out of play, it counts as an out still. John Winters isn't going to get credit with a put out on that one. It does go to 0-2, though, to Staley. Swung on, grounded toward third. Isley gloves it across the diamond in time for out number 2.
Now batting the center fielder, Marilyn Neesmith.
1 out away now from an important Game 1 victory. It'll bring up center fielder Marilyn Neesmith, an all-conference second-team West Division selection this season, along with Dick and Zupanik. She's going to try to keep this one alive for the Wolves. Takes the first pitch a little bit inside. It's a ball. Best of 3 series here, as this one's in there for a strike. It evens it at 1-1. So they're not down to their final strike of their season just yet. But they're down to their final out here in Game 1, and then that'll set up a winner-go-home situation for Wesleyan. They've faced winner-go-home basically since they've started this tournament. This one's grounded just out in front of the plate. Henry gloves it, throws to first in time. And that's the ball game. Madison Henry hops out from behind the plate to make a nice play, and that seals it for the Lady Lions. They take Game 1 4-2. Emma Mcbreyer earns her 15th win of the season. She outduels
Final score of Game 1, Piedmont 4,
Kimmy Dick.
2. You'll have
The Wesleyan ace. She falls now to 12-8 on the season. She's been a workhorse, and we'll probably see her again in game number 2. Tight game throughout. Piedmont prevails, and they've got a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 championship series. Stick with us for Game 2. It'll be coming up in, roughly 30 minutes or so. But Piedmont 4, Wesleyan 2 in this Game 1 of the championship series. You're watching Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.